Hey y'all, Night Reaper here, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we come back with the HA2, and we're going to show you how to update this radio to do KISS TNC, and also do a Bluetooth update on the radio. We're going to start with the radio by simply showing you how to turn on your Bluetooth. Then we'll move over to the screen and show you how to get the Bluetooth app to update the Bluetooth. And then we'll move over to the PC and show you how to update the firmware. So let's get started. So first, you're going to hit menu on your radio and ignore the blurriness on my screen. I still have the screen protector on till I get a case to carry it in. And we're going to go into menu and we're going to scroll down until we see Bluetooth. And we're going to tap menu. And then we're going to go to menu number 1. And if it's off, we're going to check it to on just by hitting menu and moving the up and down arrow keys. And then you can back out. So that's the first step. We're already on our way to an update. We'll see you over on the next screen. Alright, so once you've got your Bluetooth turned on, we're going to go to the Retevis website and we're going to search the HA2 product, and we're going to start scrolling down, and you can scroll all the way to the bottom and then go back up, and right toward the bottom you will see relevant documents. Click on that. It's going to bring up the driver, the programming software, the manual, and the firmware. Under firmware, you're going to have the firmware upgrade, which we will need, but we're going to do that on the computer end of things, and then the HA2 app. Now, if you already have the Retevis app for programming radios from Google Play or Apple Store, this is not the same program. So we're going to go ahead and hit download. When you do that, it's going to prompt you to enter an email. All right. Once it prompts you to enter the email, we're going to type in our email and hit download. That's going to send it to your email. So then we'll back out over here and we'll go to our email. And it might take a second. And there it is. Now, once you get to your email, hit download now. All right, so it's downloading. Now we're going to hit open. And you're going to want to open it with files. All right, once you open it, you will see all these things listed here. You want to hit extract in the bottom right corner. And extract. All right, so now it's been extracted. This may be different on iPhone. I do apologize. I'm not an iPhone user. Now, the one we want is right here at the bottom. Retevis IoT. Let's click on that and let's hit install. And now it's installing. All right, it's finished installing, so we're going to hit open. Now notice it popped up very quickly, but the symbol there said OTA. That is the difference between the two applications. All right, so we've got our app open now. You want to hit connect and then scroll down. Did you see what I did there? I pulled down on my screen to refresh, and you want to allow all this stuff. Now, once you hit allow, it brings up the HA2. So one more time, you pull down till you see this circle. And when you do that, it'll bring up the things you need to allow. In the beginning, I got kind of frustrated. I couldn't figure out how to get my device to pop up. But it's because you need to allow the app to have permission. So once you do that, your device will pop up. It's a simple click. And then hit connect down here. You'll see the check that it's connected. And then you're going to move over to this middle option at the bottom, which is upgrade. And your file should already be sitting up there. You're just going to tap that and hit upgrade. Do not power your radio down while this Bluetooth update is in progress. All right, and mine was a little bit faster because I did a trial run before the video, but there you go. Everything's upgraded. One more thing I wanted to show you guys before we go look at the radio to make sure our Bluetooth has updated and move on to the firmware updates is I wanted to show you the difference in my radio app folder between the Retevis and the Retevis OTA. So on the right here, you can see the Retevis app. This is the app that you're going to download off of Google Play or Apple Store, and that allows you to upgrade frequencies, change settings in your radio, things like that. I think eventually they're adding a talk portion of the app, similar to some of their competitors, where you can use this radio as a Bluetooth mic with your phone to talk over the application worldwide, like a global POC intercom without a SIM card. And then the one below, the OTA, which is for doing these updates. I haven't explored to see if we can do a firmware update with it yet or not, but I'll be checking that out. But for right now, we're going to do what I know, which is updating the firmware on the computer. So I just wanted to show y'all so you could tell the difference between those apps. All right, now I'm going to switch back over to the radio so we can show you where to verify that your Bluetooth update went through on the radio's end. All right, so we're back over at our radio. We're going to hit menu and we're going to scroll down to, oh, nope, we're going to go up. You can also use your VFO knob and we're going to hit radio. And we're going to scroll down to radio information. And then right there, we can see it went from 1.2.12 to 1.2.13. So we are good to go on the radio end of things. All right, so while we still have this over here set up, you want a Retevis programming cable, and the other end is going to look like this. You can get them on Amazon from the Retevis website, and most of the radios come with one. I'm not sure if my HA2 did, because I've got a couple of them. And then you want to remove this screw on the side. You may want to have a screwdriver on standby, but I had already pre-loosened mine. And you're going to want to slide it off. And if you see this tab here, your programming cable has the same thing right here. You're just going to slide that up in there until it wiggles in, and then hold this down with your thumb and line up the screw. And you don't need to crank this down, just enough to where it's tight for the firmware update. And then you're going to hold down your PTT and your side 1 button, and you're going to turn it until you get this green light, and that puts your radio into firmware mode. And then obviously we're going to plug the other end into our computer, and we will find our COM cable. I'll show you how to do that on the computer screen, and then we're going to download the firmware and the CPS, and we're going to get to updating this firmware so you can get you some KISS TNC. See you over on that side. All right, so now we're on the computer side of things. We want to go down to our start menu, type in device manager right here. I already have mine open. Down here, we're going to open that up, and we're going to look for this right here, ports, COM, and LPT. We're going to click on that to drop it down. And then we're going to look for the one that says USB serial COM 340. So we know we're using COM 9 right now. The next thing we're going to want to do is, I told you to get the app off the Retevis website, but when you go to the Retevis website to look for the CPS software, oh look, it is here now. Last night when I made the video, it was not here, but it looks like it is here now. Last night I was only able to find the app over here, but where I would recommend you go for it is you could go to the Ailunce Facebook page, and they have an update post, or you can go straight to the Ailunce website, or Ailunce, whichever you prefer to call it, and we're going to download the Ailunce HA2 1.26, and then we're going to get the firmware over here, the 1.00.05. You're going to download both of those. Once you've done that, you're going to come over here in your Documents Files folder of your computer and go to Downloads. All right, you're going to come over here and right-click on it, and you're going to hit Extract All for that one and follow the prompts, and Extract All for this one and follow the prompts, and I'll show you. So extract, and it'll open up like this. All right, so once you've done that, I'll go ahead and just extract this one so I can open it up for y'all. All right, so it'll pop up like this. We're going to click on our CPS software. We're going to hit More Info and Run Anyways. And then once that opens, I'm going to show you how to connect to the radio and update the firmware. All right, so you're naturally going to want to hit Connect Device, but that's not where we want to go. We want to go up here to Operation and Firmware. And then our port, we looked at the beginning, it's COM9. So we're going to hit COM9. And then for model, it's going to be the top option, the HA2. And then we're going to hit Select File Next. Right there's our file. We're going to open that. And then from here, it's going to say, please turn on the device and press and hold both the PTT and PF1 button while turning on the radio. I showed y'all how to do that on the last one. And then you're just going to hit download. It is going to take about 2 or 3 minutes, so don't freak out if it's taking a while. I'm going to go ahead and time lapse it so you're not waiting for it to download, but just expect it to take a few minutes. All right, so you can see now the download is complete. We can exit out of that. And we will move over to an image of the new firmware screen under radio information for you to see. And then we'll continue on this journey of showing y'all what we can do to get this KISS TNC on the radio. See you on the flip side. All right, so 2 things I want to show you real quick. When you go into your Bluetooth menu, turn your Bluetooth on. All right. And then you go down to option 2, Bluetooth call. You now have the Bluetooth KISS TNC. You can turn that on. And then the other thing I just wanted to show you real quick is under radio. Let's use the VFO knob, move a little bit faster here. We're looking for, there we go, radio information. And as you can see, both of our updates are there. That's updated, and so is the firmware, the Bluetooth and the firmware. Just wanted to show you all that. All right, so after further investigation, I went back and looked at the instructions, and it says you need to download APRSdroid. Well, on Google Play, it costs $4.95. So I searched APRSdroid APK. I went down to the newest one, which is the one that's highlighted down here, which is the April 3rd of 2024. April 3rd of 2024. I clicked on that, which brought up download. I downloaded it and then hit install and opened this up. Once I opened this up, I went to preferences. All right, so we're going to show you the connection preferences, and then that will be as far as I can take you because I am not an amateur operator, so I can't transmit. But you're going to go to connection protocol, which is the second option. You're going to select TNC KISS. It won't already be selected. Then you're going to go down 1, 2, 3 to connection type from that one, and you're going to select SPP. And then you're going to go down from there 1, 2 to TNC Bluetooth device, and you'll see your HA2 in here. You'll select that. And then from here, you will obviously click on it here and hit connect. All right, so you've connected your radio as you can see here. I'm going to disconnect it just for purposes of showing you, and then we're going to go back and back again. And the only other things you should have to do is make your other, your call sign, your SSID, your path all match with your radio. And once you've done that, you should be able to hit start tracking down here in the right-hand corner, and it should be working. Obviously, I can't test that with you, but continue to explore. Look up other YouTube videos on APRSdroid if you have any questions. And I hope this really helped y'all. I'll be bringing more videos when new features come out from the HA2. And I would love for y'all to leave a comment telling me where you're seeing me from, or if you have any questions I can help you with. Feel free to leave those in the comments. Thanks for joining us today. Hope this helped y'all with this new feature in 7.3. This is the Night Reaper, and we're out.
Check out the comment and descriptions for a link to save on your Retevis Ailunce products, including the HA2, as well as links to the CPS and firmware. Again, these videos are made possible by viewers like you, 7.3.